Hi everyone, I am Lisa. Welcome to Sampark, an initiative by Phenom Placement where we interact with the individuals who are professional. We share their experience with all of you. So today we have with us Shubham Agarwal, who is a chartered accountant who qualified in July 2021 with AIR 13. So congratulations for that, Shubham. Also, we know
Yeah.
that you are working with Vedanta as an associate manager. So without any further ado, we can start with the interview. So how are you?
I'm good, and what about you?
I'm also good. So, according to you, Shubham, what are some qualities that a aspirant should have to achieve a rank in CA exam?
See, frankly speaking, I never thought of scoring a rank in CA final. So when I started my CA final preparation, I was just clear that I need to clear both the group of CA final in first attempt, which I कुछ भी हो I was like कि अपने को दोनों group first attempt में pass करने का है, चाहे कुछ भी हो. So this was my strategy was very clear for this. So for this, I started my preparation right from the beginning. See, when I say na, that I am not habitual of studying for the long hours. So if you ask the charter accountant aspirants or the CA student, they say they study for a long hours, but I
Mm.
don't have that habit and also that practice. So what I did, I beginning my CA final preparation right from the beginning. That after around 4 to 5 months of intermediate, I began preparation in classes. I also start taking from that only. In Surat, I did my that schooling and another thing from Surat only. So we have Ravi Chowsari. I did my all the studies under his guidance and mentorship. So I started the classes around 4 to 5 months already. So I was regular with my classes and used to do what are the things are there done in classes. Then used to cover up those things. Then preparation of notes we do. Then summarizing the thing and learning the thing. Like this, I studied for the whole 3 years and last 4 to 6 months. Then we have leave from our articleship. Then I did my self study and completed the course. So this is the basic thing I didn't think that I was consistent throughout the period and then the summarizing the thing and planning means proper planning is very important. CHS means it's such a CHS is such a vast syllabus that you can't do without any proper planning. That you need to plan which things are more important, which things are not much important, from where you need to study, what you need to study. So you should be very clear about what you need to study and what not to study because that you will get only 1.5 days to clear that in final examination, a day before exam. So you need to revise the whole thing, and you cannot sit there with all the syllabus and that 1.5 days. So you need to summarize the thing and proper do planning.
Yes, yes, agree. So it must
Yeah.
be so hectic for you. So how did you make balance between your personal life and your studies, academics, everything?
Uh, See, with regarding the balance, na, so means I said na, ki I did for that time under mentorship of Ravi Acharya. So the classes was like it was properly planned by him only. So it was like balancing only. So if we, as in articleship, that I did my articleship in auditing and taxation. So September and October are the two peak months. So what we do, matlab, our classes were arranged such a manner that during those period the frequency of the classes was reduced. Like initially we started for around alternate days, and then gradually the frequency of classes increased. But during those period we don't used to keep the classes, or classes were used to keep for less hours. So we can plan our studies like manner, and means coming from so that also the travel time we if we see the city like Bombay that then students need to have matlab, very much time when traveling. Let a lot of time was wasted, but in Surat the traveling was time also less. So like this, I got the time, so enough time for the self studies. Then our classes also I got enough time. So this thing that is a bit. And secondly, that if you are a CA, matlab, it's studying for CA, then you need to certain balance the thing accordingly because you are having the same time you need to do classes, you need to do articleship and then self studies. These all things we go parallel for 3 years. So you need to manage the thing, you need to do proper planning, then how you will utilize the time, and you cannot waste the time. And considering that I was lucky that means in 2020 the COVID is arrived. So around two means our articleship was also not there for 2 months, and then luckily the classes got covered into online. So I got the time, and last also means our exam got extended for around 1 month. So I get enough time for study also. So this was also one of the things that contributed to me.
Great. So, like this is a whole journey. So we would love to know that how your friends and your family and the people around you helped you in achieving that rank.
See, CA is such a vast person that you cannot do it single. you need the support of your friends, you need support of family, you need the support of your mentor, you need support of your elders and other things. Your seniors, you need your support. So means my come from family of chartered accountant. So my uncle is also chartered accountant, and another uncle who is also teaching the students of chartered accountancy. So means I know what is chartered accountant, what is expected from a CA student, what to how is the journey, and how much time you need to devote from the beginning only. So this was the added factor to me. And my parents also knew that it might happen that some of the parents that so their child is the first CA student, so they might be not be aware he need to do मतलब this much practice, this much उसको time देना होता है. So this was a thing that then my parents have supported them a lot in my journey. Like कि अगर आप घर पे रहते हैं तो पापा बोलते हैं ले ये सामान लेके आ रहा, कभी आपको सब्जी लाने भेज दे, कभी क्या. तो मतलब लास्ट 6 months when I used to there at home, so उन्होंने कभी मतलब पूरा सपोर्ट किया कि मतलब like I used to study till night late. So my mother used to bring the tea and coffee for me. They supported a lot me too. Then I said my uncle. So they also supported to me. Means whenever I stuck, they used to guide me. And then means we had a team of three. मतलब you can say a group of three. Me, my friend, and my cousin brother. So my cousin brother is also chartered accountant. So we used to study together only. We means he lady with me only. So we used to study together in a single means in a room or with library you can say. So we study together and we formulate the plan together. Ki what our plan for next 2 months, 3 months, we plan the thing accordingly. And then sometimes we also divided the thing between us. Likewise, if certain means the past papers, or you can take most past papers, so we can divide the things that this part you will do, this part you will do, and this part will do. Then we can discuss it together. So our time taken will also be reduced and means synergy theorem. So in likewise we have friends with contributing. And then we have seniors in our RB who have guided our their experience. That one of my friends was also all India rank holder in that is January 2011 examination. So he helped me a lot. You need to prepare this thing, you need to study from this manner, you need to do this thing. So means you means everyone has helped me a lot in this achieving this.
No, it's really important that you have someone above you who can guide you properly. Agree, totally.
Hmm.
It's like a
Hmm.
helping hand along with you.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
for
it's
sure.
like helping. And whenever I stuck, means they guided me. "Ki, you need to this. Like when I told him about my friend. So whenever I stuck, I used to call him. "Ki, bhai, this is the problem I'm facing." Then he will immediately help me. You need to do this like this.
Okay, so how are you like how did you make your decision regarding your center? Because we do not have a unified college. So what are your thoughts on that?
See, you means regarding that networking, na? So
Yeah.
see, in a networking your part you're talking about. So see, means as a chartered accountant means you see that it is like a self-study course. Then it means people think that traditionally it is a self-study thing. You used to study and give the exam. But recently this course has more than self-study. It efforts a lot of things. Like when I study in Surat, so we are having a class of around 200 students. That physically around 200 students used to study together. So I had a group of friends, means I interacted with a lot, and this way built my group, and network was also built. And secondly, when we do articleship, then under articleship around where I done, we had around 20 to 30 articles. So I also have interacted with a lot of people, and they have uh, means me a lot, and I also help in them a lot. So I have built a group like this. And after me CA means like certain conferences like National CA Student Conference is organized every year, and other competition are arise. So where we can interact with the fellow CA students, and means we can build the community and interact and build the network. Then ICAI also organized like we have mandatory that managing that advanced IT in certain courses are be driven 15 days and before that CA final and before giving the final examination. So these are organized. So these are a good platform where we can interact with other students and build our network.
Great. So, as you know that results of November 2021 is coming next month. So,
Fine.
what do you say about our upcoming chartered accountants in campus?
See, so first thing, the most important thing they want to say that you need to be very clear about what to do. Frankly speaking, when I cleared my CA, so after scoring, I was not clear कि मुझे क्या करना है, where I need to, which field I need to pursue, because there are a variety of fields. As a chartered accountant, you can do your business. One of my friend who is also AI, so he's doing his own business, means he's doing his father business. You can start your own practice. Few of my friends they have started their own practice. practice in Surat. They used to study to me only. Or you can go in job. And when you talk about job, there are diverse many fields. Like you can go in industry where the management training or other. You can join the finance industry like banking sector and the credit manager. They are very for international banking and other. Or you can go in the core charter content role like a statutory audit, internal audit, taxation, and you can go like financial due diligence. So there are when the things are high, there can be confusion. And recently, like the other field like management consulting is also evolved. So when there are more options, then you need to be very clear about which the option you need to select because there will always an opportunity cost. If I selected this option, so I am following other option. So you need to be very clear which thing is good because every means field at the beginning they are like similar, but when we go and working on this, say after 4 to 5 years, so we develop a certain level of skills and specialization. So it might be difficult to go back to the other area. It is not difficult, not impossible that people also switch between, but it might be difficult. So you need to be clear about what you do, and we can prepare for that. Like interviews, for example, if you are going for a taxation profile, then you need means good technical knowledge of taxation and how what are the latest development in the taxation, what are their knowledge, what are the government circular, what are the important case law. So you might need to prepare in this manner like that. And for example, if you are going for this management consulting role, then you need to be very clear about what are the case studies and what your skills should be there and your knowledge should be there. So we need to prepare according to the role we are going. Like if I say about myself, so I was not clear in certain things. So means I appeared for few interviews where I couldn't prepare up to that level for the expectation of the interviews. So like it was in a finance role, so I couldn't prepare. So this I am telling from my experience. So we need to be very prepared.
Okay, so last but not the least, as you also talked about doing jobs after completing CA, so you are also doing one with Vedanta. So how's your experience there?
I was joined Vedanta in last year, December only, as a management trainee. So I located to one of its plant of pork business. It was a remote location. So means as a charter accountant, we expect that we were in corporate and other mean like a city, but I was joined a small plant and it was a remote location also. So it was very different from what we expected. But it was a good journey. Matlab, I learned a lot. Means when you work in a plant location, so you work closely with the operation team and the team, so you get to know how the business works at ground, what are the daily challenges are can be there, my like transportation, other arrangement, and how the business works, what are the business KPI, means I be involved in various roles like key business performance, tracking of business performance, planning, implementation of that plan. Then internal control, I also need to review see what are the internal control review are there, what are the gaps, and means it was the plant which I allocated was also new. So we also worked in designing and implementing the controls structure, other things. Then we also work like on statutory audit, documentation, and the fund management, these things. So it was I got the overall exposure of all the things, how which can be done and a business to run the business on a side. So this was about me.
Okay, so Shubham, it was like really good connecting with you and lots of strategies, ideas, opinions. It was really good, and I hope it must be helpful for all the CA aspirants and our upcoming CAs. So thank you so much
Hi.
for
Thank
giving.
you. Yes. It was nice to connect with you as well.
Okay, thank you so much. And for our audience, I would like them to tell that do share, like, and comment on our YouTube channel and share their thoughts on this video. Thank you so much, Shubham, for taking out your time.